We are recording. All right. Welcome everyone to the first ever. I should pin my video because you're probably all looking at Lindsay. Okay, there we go. The first ever Now Here, the show. Why now here? Why not now here? Because we are now here, right? Anyways, I'm going to start with this poem that is called Now Here. This is a poem that came to me in a meditation, and I had actually started calling my blog Now Here, but I wasn't really sure why. And then at the end of the poem, the last two words were Now Here, and that seemed really self-affirmative. And I realized now it maybe was setting me up for this project. So just a really cool way that the creative process works. I see every time I jump, my my computer screen also jumps. So it's a multi-dimensional performance, apparently. But here's the thing with Now Here, this poem. I've never written it down, and I had kind of forgotten about it. And thank goodness, I don't know, maybe a year or two ago, I recorded it, and somehow I found the recording of it. So it's now back in here. Now Here. And it's like a prayer. Divine Spirit, guide me to do my best with my time here, to be the light and to find the light within. Lightness now, lightness then. This is where we will begin. Now, here. And with that, we're on to the second piece. Oh my goodness. Also, it's crazy to do this with like no sound from the audience, but I'm just gonna keep on rolling. For the past couple weeks, I've been recording these lectures for my students, which basically involve me talking to myself via Zoom in a room, which I can easily do for an hour apparently. So I'm like, all right, we got this. Okay, y'all. I think most of you know I'm now living in my childhood home with my mama. This is actually my dad's office space, which is now my office space. Now here, right? Now this is here. This is where I am. Okay, so one of the things that happens, especially being an only child, right? I'm not like all the many other friends of mine with kids who are like, oh, look at this drawing that my kid did, which I'm totally inspired by. I'm the one who my mom finds all my old drawings from when I was a freaking kid, right? So she showed me this drawing, which I guess I had sent to her mom. Anyways, this thing freaking blew my mind, okay? I'm gonna break it down for you. In fact, I broke it down for you when I was like, however old you are when you have shitty handwriting like this. Okay, so here it is. Here it is, guys. Okay, clearly here, and I'm gonna cover up the key because I wrote a key. I want you to know what these things are. Okay, we have suns, right? Two suns, which I think is interesting. I'll get back to that. Checkerboard and some balloons, right? It looks like one has a mermaid on it, which just leads me to believe it's what, circa 1992 when The Little Mermaid came out. And this other thing down here, which I don't know what that is. Okay, so just in case there was any confusion as to what this drawing is, I got your key right here. It's probably backwards for you, so let me read it. The key, the suns are God. The checkerboard is the devil. And the balloons are costumes. So if it's not evident what my very young, very philosophical self was trying to express here, it is that we have unity, right? Which is God, which has split into a duality. Because, as you might know, via the Tao Te Ching, the one becomes the two, becomes the three, becomes the manyfold, which is voila, where we are right now. You cannot know, or Alan Watts would say, you cannot know what something is unless you know what it is not, unless you know what its opposite is. I think this will come up later, also because I've been doing a lot of shadow work, so all that plays into my understanding of everything. Okay, so that's what the checkerboard is. The checkerboard is the duality, the devil, the opposite of God. And then the balloons are the costumes that we all wear because we don't know that we're God in disguise. And I understand, some of you may be not as religious or whatever, but just kind of follow me with that thread because it's going to continue on through this show. And, if it makes you just a little more friendlier to the concept of God or spirituality, like, you're welcome, I guess. I'm a religious studies major. I very much identify as spiritual. So, God Devil Costume is the name of this little drawing here. And I don't know if it tickles you the way it tickles me, but man, I just thought this was the greatest thing ever. Okay, phone call. Who is that? I don't care. I should answer and go, hey, who is this? I'm in a show. Maybe this is a good time to do a little freestyle. I've been practicing my freestyle because apparently freestyle is a skill one can cultivate. So I guess if I were to answer the phone, I might say, hello, this is Nissa. I'm answering the phone, but I should put it down because I'm doing a show. I'm gonna do some songs and some poems for my friends. I hope they will still be with me till the end, even if I embarrass myself and I mess up. I see them all there with their hands on their cups, and I'm not sure what else to say. So I guess we'll just get into the next poem, okay? Okay. Oh my God, y'all are the freaking best. So you remember everything we just went over in God Devil Costume, right? You remember? Okay, we're gonna keep going because I actually have a poem that emphasizes it, and I'm so glad that Evan's here. Evan, I don't know how long ago was this. Oh my gosh, this whole little family, I love them. Also, oh my gosh, Evan and Stephanie split in, took their twos and became one with like it goes both ways, y'all. It goes both ways. That is the magic of creation. Oh, I love it. Okay, so many years ago, we're sitting, hanging out. Evan's studying physics. I'm studying religion. Evan's like, hey, okay, like Evan, I don't know if you've ever heard me explain this poem, and if I totally got it wrong, don't tell me until after the show, okay? Evan's like, hey, this whole Einstein's theory of relativity thing, E equals mc square, when you break it down, what it means is that if anything were to have infinite mass, sorry, I misspoke. If anything were to travel faster than the speed of light, if anything were to be able to travel faster than the speed of light, then its mass would have to be infinite. And I can't tell you why exactly E equals mc squared means that in my head. Hopefully I have it right. But it sparked this poem called Meditation on Duality. So here we go. All right. Einstein was right. Infinite mass is that which is faster than rays of the sun, one underlying, unifying essence woven into the web of this world with all of our wonders and worries, our washboards and white out. And even shadows carry weight. But why must we separate if difference is superficial? From atom to atom, all is sameness. But we must go back to the beginning. Adam was isolated from God, from the garden, from Eve, who should not be named after the absence of day. Let there be light. He was right. When all is illumined, there is only is. All right. With that, my friend, there always is the silence after a poem. I mean, it's either like if it's a really good poem or if it's a I have no idea what they were saying poem. So I'm never really sure exactly where that silence stands, but also Zoom requires the silence. So I guess that's what I'll just be with, which is great for this next song. This is the one cover in this set because I cut them all out. Cut them all. I'm like, I'm just going to do my originals. I have enough carry the weight of this show. But this one, I really love it. And I thought that it would be a good one to do in the beginning because so much about performance and creativity and just like being in this freaking world is being okay with what is, being okay with what is imperfect, even, right? And that's to get myself to get up here for y'all. Like, I've had to do a lot of mental gymnastics around all of that. And so this is a song, it's by one of my favorites, Ani DeFranco. Iris, this was for you. It's called As Is. And it's, you know, it's about accepting someone as is. But I think also, I know for myself, especially recently, learning all the layers to accept myself as is. God, it's been freaking life changing, y'all. So I hope that as much as you might take this and apply it to interpersonal relationships, it can also be something that you do for yourself. So you can't hide behind social graces. You don't try to be all touchy-feely. And you lie in my face of all places. But I got no problem with that, really. What bugs me is you believe what you're saying. And what bothers me is you don't know how you feel. And what scares me is why you're telling me stories you actually believe that they are real. I got no illusions about you, and well, guess what? I never did. When I say I will take it, I mean as so just give up and admit you're an asshole. You would be in some good company. And I think you find your friends, they'll forgive you. But maybe I am just speaking for me. When I look around, I just miss all the good stuff. When I look, oh, I fucked up that line. Let's try again. When I look around, I think this is good enough. And when I am losing my place, so I got no illusions about you, and well, guess what? I never did. When I say I will take it, I mean as it, as it, all right. There's something about that song. Oh, Jamie's saying internet's bad. I'm calling in. It's okay, Jamie. I just recorded, so there's something about the lines in that song and this other song that I always mess up, and so I wanted to do that song because I was like, whatever, we're just gonna play it as it is, right? We're just gonna play it as it is. The next poem is called "And So It Goes." I'm not sure who's on here, and I was like, do I say this or not? But whatever, I'm just gonna say it, y'all. This poem. So I've been writing poetry for a long time, but it ebbs and flows. It ebbs and flows. And like any creative practice, if you're not feeding it somehow, it's so hard to get it to come back. And this was kind of a little bit of a comeback poem. I mean, it must have been, I think it was the year I turned 30, and that was 6 years ago. So it's already dated at this point, but it came after my first time taking ayahuasca, actually. And just the level of connection that I felt like I reached in that experience. I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those poems where I just got home and it came through and I was like, ooh, I still got it. I still got it. Because when you don't create after a while, you get like a dry spell. I'm having a moment here because I can totally hear my voice in the other room. So do I tell my mom to turn it down where she can't hear it? Or do I just ignore it? I'm gonna just try to ignore it, but maybe she'll hear that and turn it down just a little bit. I love you, Mom. If you want to come freestyle with me, just poke your head in. She's really good at freestyling. I'm like impressed. We're waiting in line for her vaccine and it takes hours. And I had just seen this documentary, Freestyle Love Supreme, also really great. Totally watch it. And she's so annoyed. She's so annoyed it's taking so long. And I'm like, we're going to level up this annoyance. I'm putting on some lo-fi instrumental beats. We're going to see what happens. And you know what? After about an hour, like she was totally getting into it. It was great. Oh, okay. And so it goes. Here's the poem. And so it goes. Is it a poem or a song? Sometimes I don't know. So you tell me. It's in that middle place because I got to clap. My innocence had drifted, but now it has been lifted to heights as high as the stars when they were sifted. This did my breath. Understanding the rest, anticipating, navigating spaces that are within, pertaining to truths and laws, cosmological applause to the one thing from all things have been created for the sake of all these faces that look at me, from people and from trees, these spirits of the land and more. So much I cannot but help explore that place that I know best. Yes, deep within my chest, and I know you know the place I mean. It sits atop our self-esteem because self-love is only found above, the place where we first learn to grow, truly feel and truly know that we have a place, play a crucial role in this human race to eventually once merge again, all together in one skin, but skin would no longer apply. We'd be infinity long and infinity wide, and infinity long and infinity wide, and infinity tall, and so it goes. Thank you. I'm actually like maybe kind of halfway through. We'll see how this next little part goes because it's some songs. I got a few songs here for you. Okay, so this is where I'm really stretching myself. I have been not playing guitar too long. Too long. Play guitar in a tutu. And one of these songs has an F chord in it, which why the F chord gotta be so hard? I don't know. This is not one of them, so this is a good warm-up song. I'm not going to use the pick. Okay, listen, I don't want anybody to get jealous, okay? Because I feel this way about all of you. Jamie was just my muse, okay? Jamie was just my muse. She is pretty special, though. You guys know her. She's pretty special. Jamie is one of my best friends, was my, I want to say college roommate, but Iris was my college roommate. She was my graduate roommate, whatever. She was roommate. She was one of my roommates. And I love her to freaking pieces. We traveled to India together. And okay, so she lives on the West Coast. As some of you other ones out here, I see you, Mandy. Iris, you're not quite all the way there, but still, that time difference is hard. Lindsay, you know. Joe, you know. The time difference is hard, especially when you're like trying to catch each other. So, you know, what ends up happening is almost like these texts that like are ships that pass each other in the night. And you know, I woke up with a text from Jamie, and I had just been starting to play some chords, and I was just like fooling around the next day, and I don't know, something about getting that text from her just started me playing these chords. So one thing you should know is that I hope that you're okay that I tell everybody this. I call her Jelly Bean, and she calls me Easy Breezy. So that's in the chorus. I don't know what the name is except for the Jamie song, but I'll totally take title suggestions, although Jamie's song might, you know, be right. This is about savoring your best friends, okay? Like, I would like to see a movement of more love songs to our best friends. Our partners know we love them. There's love songs all over the place, but telling your friends you love them, I want to see more of that. All right. You texted me last night. You just wanted to say you hoped I had a good night. And I thought about the day that I'd have to say goodbye to you for the very last time. And remember all the places that we traveled when we were young, and all the people we met along the way. You know I had so much fun, but out of all of them, you are the one that I adore. When it comes to having friends, I couldn't ask for more. Oh, Jelly Bean, do you know what you mean to me? You're easy breezy. I love you to infinity. I texted you last night. I said I wanted to say I didn't have a good night, and I just wanted someone out there to know how I'm doing. I wanted to feel like in this big old world I have a friend. And remember all the places that we traveled when we were young, and all the people we met along the way. You know I had so much fun. Out of all of them, you are the one that I adore. And when it comes to having friends, I couldn't ask for more. Oh, Jelly Bean, do you know what you mean to me? You're easy breezy. I love you to infinity. Woo! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What's coming up next? Oh, this other song. Hey, I'll totally take tips on Venmo, by the way. I meant to say that earlier. I feels weird asking my friends for money or whatever, but I'm also like, could I like do this as like a thing, like quit my day job and shit, because I kind of want to. So you know how to spell my name, Nissa Dash Hanger. I got a therapy and music instrument habit to support. So, I'll take whatever. Oh, so funny. So funny. Let's drink a little water. Are y'all hydrated? Have you tipped your wait staff, by the way, also? Do you need to hydrate? Do you need to get some libations? Agua. I totally have a libation that I've not had any of because I fear totally fucking this up. So it's just gonna sit over there and get warm. Okay. Only like 2 more songs with maybe a poem in between and a very, very, very short poem after. So we're in the home stretch, y'all. Hopefully my fingers can take it. Okay, this next song is a new song. The next 2 songs are new songs. This is what happens when my guitar teacher asks me to play on the downbeat. See, I do everything in this like down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. I thought it was the ukulele strum, but he told me it's like the general strum. I just started on ukulele. But I was trying to learn this other song from the 90s, Runaway Train. I always hesitate to say that because then you might hear that song in this song, but I think it's different enough. And he's like, you should play it on the downbeat. And I'm like, I get home and I'm like, I don't want to play it on the downbeat. So then what ends up happening is I start going. Anyways, I do that for a while and then I start hearing, this is what happens. I'm like literally just hanging out doing my exercises and then I start hearing these words and I start hearing, I don't feel the same. And, at the time, especially like COVID and grief, and I used to like do a lot of massage for people. And I don't know, I like was someone that people really got a lot of stuff from. And I had like negative stuff to give, like nothing. And I just was really this feeling of like, I don't want to be a people pleaser anymore. And it just channeled into this song. So it's not anybody in particular. Honestly, I think in some ways it's a part of myself saying to my other self, hey, listen, I don't feel the same. So this is my anti-people pleaser song. Maybe you can relate. Don't know where I'm going, don't know where I've been. As long as I'm being honest, I never wanted to be friends. Well, that's just how it goes, I'll be wanted till the end. My posters hanging on your wall, right above your bed. And I know it isn't fair and I know it's all the shame, but when it comes down to it, I don't feel the same. Cause I don't feel the same. I don't feel the same. I'm running and I got nowhere to hide. I'm gonna have to fess up if I'm going to survive. So please leave me alone now, I'm begging on my knees. Without this worry on my mind, my heart will be set free. Not that I don't like you, I mean I like you just fine. Just rather you be over there than in the space of mine. And I've only got so much to give and it's mostly to myself. If you don't understand that, then you can go to hell. Cause I'm not playing your games. Cause I don't feel the same. And I'm not taking the blame. Cause I don't feel the same. That's it. Someday I'll write a bridge in there. Woo! I haven't even peeked in here. I see some new people coming in here. Freaking Karen Harrison. Oh my goodness. Jesse Miller. Yolanda. The phone numbers. Who knows who's in here? Ruth Jones. Oh my goodness. Ruth Jones. I'm sorry you just heard me here This is like all these people that I'm like, oh, I'm playing the angry song. I hope they think it's okay. But you know what? I'm done being a people pleaser. So we're just gonna show up as we are, right, folks? Show up as we are. Oh, speaking of showing up as we are, oh my gosh, y'all are the freaking best. Also, can I just say that you're like making my night right here. Totally making my night. Oh my goodness. And listen, I cut stuff off this list. So if this is like fun, like you would do this again, totally give me that feedback because I got more. And I'm going to keep writing songs because apparently every time I play a freaking arpeggio, I hear more lyrics. So there's songs in there. I bought a banjo this week. Why? I don't know. I never even thought I wanted to play banjo. And then I was like, maybe I want to play banjo. And then I held a banjo and it was amazing. That was one of the things I cut out with my banjo song, but I put it on the internet. It's just a little ditty. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna throw in a poem. I'm gonna throw in a poem, and I'm gonna do 2 more songs, and we're gonna wrap it up. Whew. So this poem, talking about creative process and things emerging as they're ready, and also learning to love ourselves. Right. This poem came from a heartbreak. It was many years ago. And it sat unfinished for a long time. I really liked the beginning of it, but I did not know how it ended. I needed to, I don't know. And then one day I came across it and I'm like, oh, I like this. And I kind of just made myself finish it. Like if you're waiting for inspiration to strike, that's not how this stuff works. You have to be like, this is time to write. And sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. It's this really, you know what? Oh, this is going to be a plug. If you're like, I want to do more creative work, please get yourself this freaking book, The Practice, Shipping Creative Work, or just read Seth Godin's blog. Like the dude's freaking a genius. And this is a great one too, because it's like they're really short. So I'll just like read them I know Iris knows about this book. I'll just read like 1 or 2 a day. It's a good little, maybe even bathroom book if that's your style. Do people even do bathroom books anymore now that we have our phones, I don't know. I should write a poem about that. Okay, so this is called Hot Potato. Hot potato. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Hot potato. He tossed my heart like it was a hot potato. Back and forth in each hand and then away. Not aimed at anyone, even me. Just away. And seeing that helpless sack in the grass, I decided to put it back, dirt and all, behind the wall of my chest. And now I can lay that case to rest because I see that love does not become less when it's not returned. No, that burn is something blessed. That flame is still fleeting. My heart is still beating, stitched back from where it came. I am no longer bleeding. He may have forgotten my name, but I still read poems before crowds who don't mind if I get loud. And then between applause, I hear my own breath continue. Pause, and I look up. And I see the faces of family and intimacy far more deep than our physicality. So I wish him best in his game of back and forth. May the silence that roars between tosses remind him of losses and bridges burned. And then maybe once the tables have turned, it's then he will learn of the true love which we are all chasing. That single flame within ourselves, only we are embracing. Whoo! All right, everyone. This is amazing. Okay, listen. Do I tell any part of the story of this next song? This is like a biggie. Like this next song is the reason that I don't know if I would say the reason that I'm doing this, but it has played it's the freshest song. It's the most complex song I've ever written. And honestly, I did not write it because there's a freaking F chord in there. If I wrote the song, there would not be an F chord. And also, there's a chord that wasn't even in my repertoire, D minor. Where did that come from? I'm in this training right now on aromatic shamanism, but it's using essential oils and Jungian psychology to go inward and do shadow integration and blah, blah, blah. And if you're like, Nissa, tell me more, I'll talk your ear off about it. And so in one of these classes, one of my instructors said, Nissa, you know, when like you have a teacher that like looks at you and you're like, oh shit, they see me. She's like, Nissa, you've been running from the fire. And I was like, ooh, what does she mean? I've been running from the fire. And then I don't know. I was like, just really kind of thinking about it. And then I started hearing this chorus about running from the fire. Flames get higher. And then a little while later, I started hearing verses, and kudos to my morning pages. I'd write 3 pages pretty much every day in a journal. Most of it is nothing to write home about. But because I have that practice, it's all about practice, which again, it's like, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be anything. That's what practice is, you know. Sure, I could like play a scale for you, but I play the scale to like learn the guitar. But this was one of those magical days where I opened up the pages and I wrote the rest of this song. But I had no chords. Typically, when I write songs, I write the chords and then I hear a melody. And so there's this really weird reverse process. And then I got to go to my guitar teacher and go, I got this song, but I don't know the chords. And I got to sing him the chorus. And he kind of points me in a direction. And then I figure it out eventually. And learn about minors and majors and how to use these. And it took a little bit, like the bridge came later. But I think it's pretty well ready to share. And it's called Running from the Fire. And I don't know, it's almost, okay, so in alchemy, in this understanding of alchemy, using the alchemical stages as a template for self-transformation, fun stuff. The first stage is calcinatio, which is the fire stage. We have to go through the fire to burn away all the stuff before we can go through these other stages. And so I feel like in a lot of ways this song has been for me this initiation of partly this realization of, holy shit, I think I want to perform, which that's a really great butting heads with my ego, which is like, wait, you want to do what? Someday I'm going to write a book about it. All right. But right now I'm going to play you this song called Running from the Fire. Do I use the pick? Okay, hold on a second. Can you hear my vocals over the guitar? Is that challenging at all? Oh, yes. Okay. The pick just makes it a little bit louder, but it's nice to play with the pick. I've got nothing left to lose, even if I lose my head. You know I'm gonna keep running till my ego's dead. My wheels just keep on spinning while I try to find a way. I gotta find where that fire has yet to blaze. Night's coming faster, but it's not fast enough. Guess I'll have to learn to pray, even though I know I'm tough enough to keep a move on in this game of mine. Just there's that F, keep on running on down the line. 'Cause I'm running from the fire. Yeah, I'm running higher, I'm running so that light gets dim. You know I don't wanna keep running till I'm dead. You now have learned the universal sign that I'm struggling with the F board right here, right? It'll burn away what you don't need, yeah, it'll strip you down to bones. Cover you with ashes and let them become your clothes. It'll throw you up into the air, and when you hit the ground, you'll search no more. Your true self will be found. I don't know if I can do it. Yeah, I don't know if I can win. But I know it's not about balance, and I know it's not about sin. It's in the way the trees grow, it's in the flowing of the wind. It's a gift from the gods if we only look within. And I don't know where it started, I don't know where it will end, but I don't think I can get through this if it wasn't for real friends. Something's always coming, you know it's coming around the bend. There's always something to hide from within. I'm running from the fire. I'm running, life's good. Higher, I'm running till my face turns red, but I don't wanna keep running till I'm dead. Well, wait too long, oh, you might miss the chance you have to test your fate. Just step aside, lift the veil, and see what's at stake. Take the time to enter your heart, you'll find temples of the most ancient of arts. I must admit, there is a joy in creating a new thing. A dancing home, a song to sing, the breath of bud and being. When we stop and have our doubts, it becomes another thing. There's teeth and claws and legs to walk and words that surely sting. It gnaws us from the inside, it's a monster of the mind. But from the fire, it has nowhere else to hide. I'm running into the fire. I'm running, I'm scared. Higher, I'm running till it breaks my skin, but I don't wanna keep running from within. Woo! Woo! That's the hardest part of the whole show, that freaking F chord. F stands for friend. F stands for friend. That's what I keep saying. Need to do my helicopter exercises on that one. Okay, everybody, we are to the very, very last part of this show. I'm gonna have a little water here. I want to be like, how you doing? Woo! I cannot wait till we're like in person and I can hear you clap and go, woo, woo, woo. Of course, I've got a tip jar. It's in my Venmo at Nissa-Hanger. But like I said at the beginning, your presence here is the greatest gift and is the most highly valuable thing. You could be doom scrolling through Facebook right now. You could be catching up on The Queen's Gambit because you still haven't watched it yet. What are you thinking? We still in tune over here? Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, y'all. Oh, I've made it through almost to the end of the show, so I'm going to have a sip of my beverage. I'm going to enter the bever age, the age of bever. That's a shout out to Joe. Inside joke, but now y'all are in it. I can't say beverage without thinking age of bever. Okay. I'm going to talk for a minute so my hand has a break over here. Oh my goodness. I'm really excited to share this song with you because it is my favorite of all my songs that I've written. It's the first song I wrote. It was the song where I was like, oh shit, I think I can write songs. I don't even know how long ago. I thought I only had this one song. I thought I was just like a one-trick pony with this one song. But apparently there are more songs in there. So that's cool. But this was the first. And this was one where, again, I was just kind of, hey, listen, if you want to play a string instrument, but you feel like, I don't know, guitar hurts my fingers. Now I'm burping. Good, classy, Nissa. Ukulele is the jam. Okay, ukulele is, you want to play a song on a ukulele, you play your C chord right here and you got yourself, you put the lime in the coconut and pick it all up, put the lime in the coconut. That's not the rhythm of it because I just do my own thing, but that's it. That's the whole song. I said call my bellyache. Oh my God. After I sent the email this morning, I had the worst stomach ache. I was like, oh my God, we're really doing this. Oh God. Nervous system shut down. But now we're in the best part where I still have the endorphin high of performing and I'm towards the end and I get to play for you my favorite song. I guess I call it infinite bliss. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a little bit of a theme. I use a lot of the same words, I realize. Here they are: infinite, I don't know or don't know, running. Yeah, it's like there's something going on when it's the same stuff that comes up in different songs. The other beauty of creative work, you're like realizing what's going on in your unconscious, which is some valuable information. Might be scary, might be confusing, but also it's what we're here for, right? To all become one again. So I have borrowed, this is where I'm like, is this cultural appropriation? I don't know, but I'm going to do it anyways because I love it. I use the Hare Krishna mantra is the chorus of the song. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It doesn't go like that in the song, but you probably heard it. But man, it just goes so well with this song. So please, please, please sing along, clap along, do the fork on the glass or whatever. And let's make this like kirtan, except I can't hear you, but I know you sing it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hearts break, people change. The less I learn, the more I age. Night falls, I did too. That night that I fell in love with you. And I don't know what I'm doing here, but at least I'm here. I'm not running off inside my mind like I know I do all of the time. I'm running inside my mind, inside my life. I do all the time. Wow, I found a way out of this mess, but I don't think I can express Krishna, Hare 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 Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Now leaves fall, seasons change, all God's things will rearrange. Before we're all done doing what we came here to do. It's true, it's true, it's true, it's true for me and you, but we still will do what we all do now. Hearts break, people change. The less I learn, the more I pray. Night falls, right into that night. I fell in love with this, with this, with this, with this, with this, so beautiful infiniteness. Like this, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Now infinite, 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 infinite bliss. Yeah! I hope you're all singing along with me. Someday I want to do that as a round. Oh, it would be so fun. So fun. Oh my gosh, y'all are the best. I have one very, very short piece to end on, and then I'm going to officially stop our recording, and then we can like hang out, or maybe you have something to share, or I can just see all these really beautiful people that are here that I can only see a little bit of on the side. Oh my gosh, Uncle Mark! Oh my goodness, y'all are amazing. And my mama, I didn't make her come in here and do freestyle. It's probably too late for that, but y'all can check my Instagram because there's some on there. Okay, listen, this is a poem that I would often end our open mic with. It's a listening test, okay? So I hope you're paying attention. It's very short, very short. It's called After This Poem. Okay, you ready? Do not clap after this poem. After this poem, don't make any sound at all. If you must do something, simply place your palms together once and whisper so that only God can hear you. Say, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I clapped. I didn't follow my own directions. Oh my goodness, y'all. This has been incredible. How long have I gone? Almost an hour. I can't believe it. You all stuck around. You could have been catching up on Netflix. It really, really, really means a lot to me that you would take the time to listen to my songs and stuff. And yeah, like, should I keep doing this? Am I crazy? I will probably keep doing it even if y'all don't say anything about it. So that's cool. But I do totally accept encouragement. It's hard being an artist, you know, it's really hard. It's crazy on your mind. It's really crazy on your mind. So if you know any artists, if you know any performing artists, like, please give them some love. There are people that, I mean, I have other sources of income, so whatever. Although it would be amazing if this became a source of income, saleable. But you know, we're all I guess now I am one of them. You know, it's been a hard year. It's been a hard year for everybody. So give them some love, give them some support, bump their posts, you know, share their music with your friends, share this with your friends. And I just really want to thank you all for being here. And